I just wanted to
Yeah.
say thank you for existing. So the tapping that I did, I've been to, I think, three other three other weddings since 2014, and I really wish I had tapping then, and I didn't. And a couple of baby showers that were really, really, really painful, and I just wish I had tapping before. And as you know, the wedding was a big challenge for me. I just know that, as I had mentioned to you, when I flew out there and had the listen to inspiration, like, hey, you should read this book, um, so much came out. And I know I have still more to tap on. So I guess my one question would be for you. You said don't go chasing it. I'm like, but I know it's in there. So like I plan to just aim some more sessions at it. But
Hmm.
yeah, I was able to be present, I would say 90% of the time, like really just fully present. And then a few
Hmm.
moments of like sadness and whatever. And then there was another girl who was going through it. So just consoling her. But, I would just be having a great time and look over and she's crying. And I'm like, oh no. So, but that was me. That was me
Right.
at the last baby shower I went to, where I had to pick up the presents and then go into the room. I would cry in there as I put the presents down, and then I would come back out. And that's how it was. And I was like, because I was able to, I'm in a better place, but most of that is, the work that we've been doing here for a year plus. So that's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you so much. And before you go, what would
Yes.
you say to Erin, who's struggling with her new practice of even sitting for 15 minutes a day, 1 or 2 weeks into it?
uh so I don't want to tap, like I'm not going to tap with you on this because I know I can. So I guess I would say is, when I feel that not wanting to tap resistance, I know it's because I don't want to feel the feelings that are going to come out. And like I did say to you, I cried really hard, which is not the way it normally is in tapping, where I can't even talk, where it's just like I was just crying so hard. So I just kept going through. And that's
Hmm.
not even normal for me. So it's like, yeah, it's gross. It's icky. It's nasty stuff that's coming out. So I find that my resistance to tapping is usually not wanting to feel that. But as you say, up and out. So it's really about the willingness to go through, because my experience is that it is acting upon you and every decision you make and every thought you have and every whatever is going on in your life. Like, you can either feel it as you tap it and come out, which is an unpleasant feeling, or you can live it out, which is an unpleasant life, because we're acting on that stuff.
And what's your last question I'll ask you, and thank you. Um, what is your experience of up and out?
Well, like I said, this specific time, I know there's more in there because I
Hmm.
just took some notes when I came back of other things that I'm still feeling, but it was just a really very uncomfortable and a lot of, you know, jealousy and anger and frustration and just not happy feelings, because I do believe that I can be in a place of like, I'm just happy for someone else and there's no sort of impact on me or reflection of me or what does this mean about me. But when I'm acting on that, like whatever my fears, I always think, because you say it, what are you believing? And ask, and I try to find out with myself, like, what am I believing? And in this case, maybe it's like, I'm never going to get to have the wedding or experience like this. And why not? And so then there's all the history and the backstory. So there's a lot of stuff that's there.
Hmm.
In that particular tapping session, it was just like I said, like sort of at the end of a movie when the lights come up, and it was just like, I think I'm done tapping. Like the
Right.
darkness, we have gone through the darkness. It's very lighter. I'm not crying anymore. Okay, I think I'm done. And that was like 25 minutes. It was
Yeah.
a long tapping session.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you, Christy, so much
no,
for.
I wanted to thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, because I was like, gosh, I wish I had this at the last weddings and baby showers and whatever I went to. Life would be so much easier. Yes, Aaron, 25 minutes, but it was a lot of junk. and I really wanted to show up at this wedding and not feel like shit, and so it's like if I had hours before while they were getting ready. So, 25 minutes when you've got half a day is like, what else do I have to do? Sit here and watch HGTV, which I did after the tapping. So
beautiful.
that's all. I just wanted to thank you. I'm really glad that, you are attracted into my life somehow.
Likewise, there are no accidents.